All right, kids. You just need to pull up a chair there and grab a drink. Wait, you old enough for that, right? No, oh, never mind. I ain't your babysitter. Now you youngins sit there. You can let me tell you a story now. This back, you know, 76. No. I was just 78 because that was the year my truck caught fire. Anyway, back in '78, I was working for this guy named Salvatore the Fish Mancini. Now, don't let the name fool you. Don't let it fool you. He wasn't Italian. Now, he sure as hell wasn't a fish. But see, he ran a used car lot where every car had like the previous owner, one previous owner, and that owner just happened to be his brother who registered him under the names, and he drove him till the wheels nearly fell off. So one day, Sal tells me, he says, he said, Frankie, I got a job for you. Now don't ask me why he called me Frankie, cause my name ain't Frankie. I just never cracked at him, I wouldn't worth the effort. Anyway, job was simple. Drive this beat up Buick down to Tulsa and trade for a Cadillac. Now, I got to do his trade with a guy named old Lenny Two Toes. And why was he called that? Well, I mean, if you ever met Lenny, you wouldn't have to ask. So I get to be right, and about halfway there, I realized speedometer ain't working, and I think the fuel gauge was stuck at like half tank, and radio only plays country music, but it was like it wasn't really country music. It was like country music in Spanish. I ain't never even been to Mexico, Whatever. I kept driving, and then somewhere near Muskogee, out by Muskogee, car starts making this thud, thud noise, right? Like someone's gonna break out of the trunk. Now, normally, I just ignore that, I just ignore that. But this was real, this is real. It was like a real persistent thunking, like thud, 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 thud. So I pulled over, man. I popped that trunk. Lo and behold, there's a raccoon in there, like a big one. And it ain't happy, man. That wasn't a happy raccoon at all. Thing jumps up, lands on my chest, is clawing my shirt open like it's, looking for buried treasure. Scratches me all up and down, then takes off into the woods like a fury, like a little fugitive. So I'm standing there, bleeding, my shirt flapping open, right. I'm wondering what in the hell just happened to me. And, right then, who pulls up behind me but a state trooper, And kids, I don't know what the trooper, I don't know what he saw, but I imagine from his point of view, it looked like, I had just been attacked by something in my trunk. And, whatever it was had escaped justice, because them troopers, they're all about that justice, So he walks up real slow. He puts his hand on his gun and he says to me, sir, sir, are you all right? And you know what I said to him? I swear to you, I said, officer, Have you ever been mugged by a raccoon? Well, here's the thing. That was not the right thing to say. So fast forward a couple hours, I'm sitting in a diner, the diner off of 56, a little diner over there. 'Cause after everything, the trooper let me off with a warning. He said, boy, you need to get yourself together. Just get yourself together right now, boy. So I'm eating a plate of eggs, right? And they're mediocre eggs. They ain't even very good eggs, man. Some of I'd have better eggs, man. I'd had better eggs than that. Right when I'm having them terrible eggs, that's when, boy, old daggone Lenny Two Toes, he comes in. He sees me, I've got this torn up shirt. He sees that torn up shirt and claw marks on the chest. You know what he says to me? He says, Frankie, you look like you lost a fight with a Wolverine. And all I could do was shake my head and mutter, well, it was close enough. So I never did get that Cadillac, but, I got a free slice of pie from the waitress who felt bad for me, Honestly, kids, that pie is probably worth more than that car. Anyway, the moral of this story is never trust a trunk that's thunking or something. I don't know. We all boys get up there, go get me another drink. And